What's up, guys? It's your boy, the Badwolf. So, it has come to my attention that they have, in fact, updated the DS-11. What's all in there? What are the changes? Let us take a look. All right. So, essentially, well, first of all, I want to thank everybody who's been subscribing. We're almost at 8,000 people. Either at 8,000 or right around 8,000, I'm going to go live, which is a rare thing for me, and try to answer some questions and, have fun with all the masses. And I don't know what day or time yet, but obviously, if you have your notifications turned on, you'll get them first. So, thank you for the donations. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing to my new channel, the Badwolf Media channel. I appreciate you guys. The numbers are climbing there, so thank you. I only have a couple videos up because I'm still trying to stay way dedicated to this channel, but support me on that one because when I'm not making informational, educational videos on this one, I will be jumping over there and enlightening your mind. So, anyway, I digress. Let's get back to the DS-11, the updated version. So, as we scroll through, essentially the majority of it's the same thing. It says here, U.S. birth certificate that meets all the following requirements, your proof of identity. Now, what's interesting with proof of identity that they've changed is before, so now they're saying you must establish your identity to the satisfaction of the department. And I notice on here that they don't outwardly say that you can create your own ID. But it does say present your original identification. Okay, then it goes on to say, and submit a copy of the front and back of your application. Okay, because some people have copies and they don't have the backs. So what is present your original identification? So you're going to have, you can probably include your own affidavit of identification. They don't say you can't, but here in the option it says previous or current U.S. passport, even if it's expired. Okay. Driver's license. Okay. Military ID or a certificate of nationalization or citizenship. So they are really trying to make sure. And actually, what I look on here, and also under military identification. So get this, under military identification, federal, state, or city government employee identification. So your state ID falls underneath a military identification. All right, but outwardly they don't just. Right there it does say city, state. Doesn't say specifically state ID, but it says federal or city and state identification or city government employee identification. So that's included in there. But yeah, so once again, they're trying to close that whole area of you being able to live outside of their jurisdictions by providing your own outside identifications and stuff. So I would still add it in there with your own packet. That's just me. But yeah, it says present your original identification. It does not say what that is. So I'm still believing that's the remedy right there. But then, once again, if you go and deal with one of these agents at the processing centers, they're going to be like, well, it says here by bullet point, it has to be one of these four, and these are not one of these four. Because that's what they're going to do. So, have one of those. I'd probably say either a passport, use your driver's license. Like I said, they're trying to clamp down. So, I would include yours also in there. That's just me. Now it's only one color photocopy. You used to have two, but now it's only one. Fees, always check to see what the fees are in your area. I know they just went up to like $30 or $35 for the application itself, for the booking the time to have the application submitted at the post office, if you will. And check to see how much the card, the book, anything else. Also, they usually want you to pay with a check and not so much like credit card or whatever. Also, ask them the methods of payment and how much they are. The kid stuff is pretty much still the same. I like how they're kind of minimizing on here, talking about the national. Okay, the old one used to talk about either you're a U.S. citizen or a national or a non-citizen national. Now they're just kind of leaving that out, which is dirty. But we know what it is, and that's one of the reasons why we make these videos. Okay, so this stuff is not lost. So they still take the affidavits for notarized affidavits for birth and to prove your who you are. So why would they say you can still use it down here, but up there they kind of glance over it? So they're minimizing what they're talking about. As we go down here, then it says applicants born outside of the U.S. Yeah, your foreign birth certificate, if not translated to English. So it's a lot of these things are still in play, guys. So we're still good. Don't be worried about, oh, am I still going to be able to get it or this, that, or the other. Apparently now they added 1 and 2 day delivery. Okay, so you guys can get them faster. You're going to have to go online to see what the fees are, but it says available for an additional fee. This service only available for the passport book and not the card, and for mailings in the United States. So even though they have an expedited service at the top here, which gets it there faster, now they're saying they can get you the book in 1 or 2 days. It says 1 and 2 day delivery for the books. So that's pretty hot. Now it does talk about special issuance passports, which I don't believe they had that before. So now they've got special issuance passports, or maybe they're just talking about like if it's an emergency or something like that. But I think that's something new there. Then they're going to talk about separate mailings, how your fees are established and processed. They now talk about the difference between the book and the card, because the card is not valid for international travel, which we already knew that. Even though they didn't say it on here, we knew that. Brought that to you guys first as well. Diplomatic passports, so once again they do have those kind of things. Identity theft, warning. Okay, so now also with the acts and conditions section, you'll notice here that it's smaller. Okay, so now you don't have to line anything out. Okay, so apparently they were getting either tired of that, or they were like, oh, we don't really need that. People seem to be using these explanatory statements now, and so we don't really need to do that. But it does say if any of the following acts and conditions have been performed by the applicant or apply, a supplementary explanatory statement under oath, which is why I brought you guys that first. They never said that. Okay, so we're making changes. This is because of your boy right here. All right, because our explanatory statements have notarized sections at the bottom. Okay, so, but also don't lie in those, because then they can try to use that and hold it against you. But they didn't have that before. So under oath or affirmation by the applicant should be attached to part of this application. So once again, for those people out there who have problems with the receiving people, show them that section. But now it doesn't say line it out or anything. So once again, have your explanatory statements ready. Let's see, privacy statement. Other than that, everything else is identical. They did update this, I think, with blue. A lot of these places, they're no longer even giving you their applications. They want you to print your own, or they're printing copies. So make sure you get all the pages if you do get copies from them, or you print your own. All the other information is still valid in how we do it. So that's it, guys. I told you, as we progress, they progress, and as they progress, we overcome. Okay, so those are your changes, guys, to the DS-11. Be wise, be woke, and I will bring you guys more videos, because this is what a brother do. All right, so talk to you guys later. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for supporting me. Things have been pretty well. I got some updates coming for you guys, and talk to you later. On to more studying.